The rain hammered against the stone walls of Blackthorn Fortress. Torches flickered in the wind as dozens of men knelt in the courtyard, wrists tied, faces drenched, fear trembling through their bones. On the throne of cold steel sat Queen Seraphina, the ruler whose name men whispered like a curse. Her crown wasn't gold. It was forged from broken sword blades of the generals she had executed. Her voice cut through the storm. Bring the traitor forward. A young soldier was dragged before her, but instead of begging for mercy, he looked up and said, "My queen, I am not like the others." Those words would change everything. Seraphina wasn't born cruel. She was shaped by the night her world burned. At age 9, she watched in silence as her father, King Albrecht, stormed into her mother's chamber in a drunken rage. Jealousy, power, madness. No one knew the exact reason. But Seraphina saw everything. Her mother, Queen Lyria, tried to protect her child, and King Albrecht struck her down. The palace guards obeyed the king. No one helped the queen. No man dared to stand up. That night, Seraphina learned one truth. Men protect power, not justice. From that day on, she buried the little girl she once was. When Seraphina came of age, she claimed the throne with a fury the kingdom had never seen. Her first decree echoed through every village. No man shall command a woman again. She replaced all royal advisors with women, built an all-female army called the Crimson Guard, created a secret chamber beneath the palace, the Iron Hall, where accused men were interrogated. Some called her a tyrant. Others called her justice incarnate. But no one dared oppose her, until rumors spread of a rebellion, led by men who wanted the old order back. During a raid on the rebel camps, Seraphina's guards captured several men. Among them was a young soldier named Arenhale, barely 20, quiet, bruised, and different from the rest. He didn't shout. He didn't curse the queen. He just watched everything with calm, steady eyes. When brought before Seraphina, he bowed his head but didn't tremble. She studied him. "Speak. Why were you with the rebels?" "Because they forced me, my queen." Seraphina scoffed. She had heard this excuse 1,000 times. But then he said something unexpected. "I don't believe men should rule. I believe good people should, even if they are women." The courtyard fell silent. For the first time in years, Seraphina hesitated. Aren didn't ask for mercy. He didn't try to escape. He didn't even look afraid. For days, Seraphina questioned him, trying to find the lie. But Aren only spoke of fairness, justice, and peace, things Seraphina had buried long ago. And slowly, painfully, she began to remember her mother's voice. Power means nothing without compassion. Seraphina hated that Aren reminded her of the part of herself she killed years ago. While Seraphina's inner walls were weakening, the women closest to her were growing suspicious. General Mera, leader of the Crimson Guard, confronted her. "My queen, this man is dangerous. Men do not change. He will destroy you like your father destroyed your mother." Seraphina's silence was taken as weakness. Whispers filled the palace. Plots formed. The Crimson Guard began planning to remove Aren, with or without the queen's permission. One night, Seraphina awoke to screams. The Crimson Guard had dragged Aren to the courtyard, a rope around his neck, a torch at his feet. Seraphina stormed out, fury burning in her eyes. Who gave this order? General Mera stepped forward. "We did, for the safety of the realm." Seraphina looked at Aren, bruised, helpless, yet still calm. Then she did something no one expected. She cut the rope herself. "Anyone who touches this man answers to me." A rebellion began within her own palace. The very next morning, the male rebellion launched a massive attack on the fortress. Exploding barrels, fire arrows, chaos. Seraphina's forces were overwhelmed, and in the middle of the battle, Aren escaped his cell, not to run away, but to save the queen. He pushed Seraphina aside as a burning tower collapsed. He fought off attackers with a broken spear. He carried her when she collapsed from smoke. For the second time in her life, a man saved her. When the dust settled, Seraphina realized the truth. Not all men were monsters like her father. Not all women were loyal like her mother. Goodness and evil lived in everyone. She stood before her people bruised, bloodied, but stronger than ever. From today, justice will rule, not fear. She abolished the iron hall, freed innocent prisoners, and made a new council, half men, half women chosen by merit, not gender. Aaron became her advisor, and the first man she ever trusted. Years later, Bard sang of Seraphina as the queen who ruled with fire, but healed with courage. Her legend lived for centuries, not because she hated men, not because she feared them, but because she learned something most rulers never understand. A kingdom cannot rise on fear, but it can rise on truth, and the truth change her forever.